first and foremost, my voice is... How embarrassing. My voice is gone because I went to a Kelly Clarkson only karaoke night last night. And let me just say, we belong together now. Sometimes we don't belong together. Second most, happy birthday, Beth Hoyt! It's Beth Hoyt's birthday today. Happy birthday, Beth Hoyt. Beth Hoyt, it's your birthday. You gave me the gift. Na-na-na-na. Simpsons reference. Remember that? You guys?
Happy birthday, Lisa.
Yeah, you remember. Simpsons reference. Happy birthday, Beth Hoyt. I need to stop watching myself on this computer. Guys, I'm here in LA. For those of you that haven't been keeping up with the show, I'm out here shooting my music show. We actually had a new episode go live yesterday, so please go check that out. Next thing you need to do is make sure that you are subscribed to mydamnchannel.com, because otherwise you won't know that all of this wonderfulness is happening every Monday while I'm out here in LA for 10 beautiful minutes. Because I'm out here, the show has gotten pared down a little bit, and we're just going to have real talk. Real talk in front of a chain link fence, just like how suburban kids do it every day of their lives. Standing by a fence, chatting about life and tweets. Speaking of tweets, let's start answering some of your tweets. I asked you guys to send me your questions on Twitter with the hashtag mydamnchannellive, and let's start answering them, shall we?
What about your favorite comment?
Oh, John is the greatest man in the whole world. I should talk about my favorite comment from last week's show, which is a great, wonderful comment. John, speaking of being wonderful, can you put that comment here for me to read with
no.
my eyes? Then can you dictate that comment for me?
I hate that dress so much. Growed apple.
Perfect username, Growed Apple. Hated the dress I wore last week. And it validated my existence as a person, because what else are we here for on the internet other than to cause you pain and discomfort and reasons to hate other people? Why does the internet exist? So we can connect with each other and loathe each other. It's perfect. Facebook is a den of trolls.
Speak it.
In some way, shape, or form. Now that we've gotten that comment off of our dress,
Yeah.
let's start reading some of your tweets, shall we? John, do you have a problem with me reading tweets now?
No.
Are you okay with it now?
Yeah.
Great. This show's cash, guys. It's mad cash. Okay, the first tweet comes from Abby Armistead. And she says, what's your favorite dance move and why? Okay, I've said this in videos before. My favorite dance move is the tap and point. Tap, point, tap, point, tap, point, tap, point. It's universal for a lot of different scenarios. Like, you could do this at a high school dance, you could do this at a wedding, you could do this at a funeral, you could do this in a museum, just letting people know where the you could do this in a museum, just letting people know where the exhibits are. There's the primates, there's the lions, there's tigers, there's the Wizard of Oz memorabilia, etc., etc., etc. Man, I need to work out. That tired me out doing that tiny little physical move. Okay, another tweet from Brickwanda. Wow, that's a whole lot of name. I have to say, though, that I'm really jealous when anyone has a Q in their name, because I just think Q is such an amazing letter. Q cannot be followed by any other letter but U. And that's so romantic if you think about it. That's so romantic. Q and U are the most beautiful letter couple of all time. Is this getting too deep for you? Let's quit it while we're ahead. What is your biggest fear? Well, first thing that came into my mind is loneliness, but this got real serious real quick. So I'll say sharks. Sharks are my biggest fear. Why do they exist? What joy do they bring to the world? Jaws? Sure. Good movie. Whatever. But other than that, horrible. They are horrible creatures. They are just death animals. They are made to murder you. So, why, science? Why? Also, we do not know how they reproduce. They have all these reality shows where they're trying to capture sharks and put tags on them and then put them back in the ocean, because we don't know what the F they do all day other than murder people. So I guess that they create reality television for us now, which is wonderful. Also, have you ever seen the reality shows about capturing sharks? What's it called? Deadliest Catch? Sure, why not? Sure, why not? It is the deadliest catch. They are so disgusting, but it's amazing that they can create 20 minutes of a reality show based on 10 men bringing a shark onto a boat, piercing its ears with something, and then putting it... They don't have ears. Sharks are so stupid. I hate them. Okay, next Twitter question is from Beth Jones. Okay. Oh, Beth S. Jones, because your middle name is Spencer. What a progressive middle name. Did you ever go to Spencer's Gifts as a child? I used to. Remember in the back of Spencer's Gifts was like the triple X section? It was all the porn. I used to go back and like look for a second and then run away. I was a huge prude as a child. Ever been so drunk you forgot what happened the day before? Let's take another Twitter question. That's from John N. EHC. What would be your number one thing to do on your bucket list? Oh man, I don't really have a bucket list, but the first thing that comes into my head is I would love to have a Bloody Mary with Pat Sajak. I feel like that'd be a wonderful time. One, I think he's probably a super alcoholic, which I do not think is a bad thing because he does that show every day. Two, I think he has a giant, enormous head, and I would like to see in real life how disproportionate it is to the rest of his body. And three, Bloody Marys are delicious, so I think it'd be really wonderful. So that's number one. I have a unnatural obsession with Pat Sajak, and I realize that this should be something that I address in my normal life and resolve on my own terms, but I just went to put it out there. So if anyone can make that happen. This next question is from Ertz Tune. Sorry if I sound out of breath. It's really hot in here. My music's air conditioning doesn't work, and so I feel like I'm on the verge of a panic attack every 5 seconds because it's so hot in here. What's your favorite foreign country? What's your favorite foreign country? Well, I haven't been to a ton of countries, but I did, when I was 19, I did a study abroad in London for 3 weeks, and I loved it so much, and I got the nickname the cheerleader because I was the most, like, American-looking little girl with high energy over there, and so that was really nice. A country that gave me a nickname, I'll take. So I really like, I love the country of London. Perfect. My favorite country. Okay, next question is from Sammy Oolin13. Oolin, what a weird last name. Sorry, I'm distracted by your last name. Have you listened to Have you listened to Justin Bieber's new album yet? No, but I have listened because now I have a car out here in LA and I have a radio in the car. I've listened and heard, excuse me, I just burped so weird in my mouth. My body's falling apart right now. I'm just putting that out there. You're watching a slow, terrible thing happen right now. I've listened to Boyfriend so many times that I really want a soundbite of when he goes, swaggy, and just have that as a response to everything, because it is the dumbest word of all time. Swaggy. So dumb. But I haven't listened to the rest of the album. Do you think it's magical and wonderful and awesome? Cool. Great. I will go continue to not listen to it. Let's take another question from It's Jocelyn. Aw, I like when you give yourself an emotion with your Twitter name. Will you ever bring back your 2008/early G&M hairstyle? You mean like just the natural white trash fro that I had growing up? I don't think so. I'll tell you, my hair is naturally very curly, so that hairstyle came about because I didn't own any hair products, and I used to shower and then just let my hair dry naturally, and it would go really wavy, and then someone taught me how to scrunch my hair by going like this and make it extra curly, and I would do that every day, and I would find that I would end up not brushing my hair for like a week and would create like one giant dread underneath in the back of my hair that was so weird to the touch. And I realized that like the guy I was dating at the time, that was an awkward thing for him to come upon when he was like caressing my hair. Just one giant dread underneath. It was like a little treasure for him to find. But what is the opposite of treasure? All of it. Let's take one more question, shall we? This is okay. Holly Ridgway, 31770H is her name, which makes me feel like you're a bot, but that's okay. What's your favorite vegetarian food? My favorite vegetarian food, I love Mexican food so much. That's not a vegetarian food. That's just like a thing. This is just on my brain. I love Mexican food so much, I could eat it absolutely every day and never grow tired of it. If I was able to eat Mexican food with Pat Sajak every day of my life, I think I would just be the happiest female camper of all time. It would be so wonderful. Can we make that happen? Has it been 10 minutes?
One more.
One more question. John, the voice of God, gives me one more question.
Megan Harvey, do you have a legit zombie apocalypse plan?
Oh, what would I do if there was
Zombie apocalypse plan.
a zombie apocalypse? I think I would use it as an opportunity to actually punch someone in the face. I've never in my life punched someone in the face, and I'm really opposed to physical violence, but it intrigues me, like, the feeling of, like, punching someone. So I think I would take it as an opportunity to punch something. Also, to eat a lot of ice cream cake. Because in my life, you can only eat so much ice cream cake because also my belly can't deal with lactose sometimes. And I think I would just challenge the limits of my lactose. That's my plan. If there's ever a zombie apocalypse, I'm going to test the limits of my own lactose deficiency. I think I would survive. I would just be in the freezer section of the ShopRite.
The freezers aren't going to stay on long.
Well, when the freezers go down is when I'll call it. I'll be like, you know what, I've had a good run. It's okay. I think that's it for the show, right, guys? This is so sad. This is the saddest, and I'm sweating right now, and you're all uncomfortable with my own discomfort. So we have to go. Guys, make sure that you subscribe to My Damn Channel on YouTube so that you know when this kind of stuff happens. And Beth Hoyt, whose birthday is today, everyone go wish Beth Hoyt happy birthday. She will be here the rest of the week, and you can find me the rest of the week on mydamnchannel.com/DailyGrace. And I will see you guys next Monday. Until then, spam Pat Sajak. No, don't. That makes me nervous. I don't want responsibility if he actually responds to me. Oh, God. What did I start? Bye! Go away! Ding!